Greetings, YouTube. The aspect ratio of this video is certainly going to be weird because the way that YouTube's going to upload it is kind of like a centered featurette where there's black bars on the sides, but you'll see the forum post in the middle by John Fawn, and this is one of the most fascinating things I've ever seen come across not only Reddit, but also the Line app and even YouTube. And I only discovered this because my friend Pep1000 via his alliance mate JD930 were discussing this, and they came across it. And I feel like the community should be all over this because it is truly something that I've never heard about. I've never heard anyone discuss it. And yet it seems like through this user's tests, it could be a real thing. And you can see the title of this post is, I don't know if it's common knowledge, which, spoiler alert, it's not. But I just found out the order when placing heroes for Synergies matters. So what you're going to see in this video, and I do believe if I frame it this way, we can both see the video and the comments on screen. You're going to see the Heimdall synergy. And for the first test of this, the first champion he's going to put up there is his Heimdall. And then from there, he's going to do his other synergy teammates, specifically Angela and Hela. And then he's going to get the Thing. And last but not least, he is going to scroll down and put the champion in. Total team rating, 15,172. And notice the arrow next to Heimdall, because what's going to matter about this first synergy test is to see how much health the Thing regenerates once he gets beaten down and how long it takes for him to be killed ultimately by this King Groot in the quest. So you're going to see a fight in which he attempts to do no hits. He literally is just going to watch his health go down to 0 to show you the synergies at work. So you'll see him. He'll just kind of go back and forth getting hit by King Groot. And you'll notice he's down to about 34% where he gets one unstoppable. And then he'll get a second unstoppable around 10%. And then he will go down. He'll get the synergy back to 24% health, at which point he will continue to get unstoppable. But most importantly, what you needed to see was that he went down to 1% health, got the synergies, and then went back to 24% health, and then eventually got knocked out. So normally if he was trying in this fight, that would be a huge advantage, right? You're normally going to be knocked out, but thanks to the Heimdall synergy team, you're not only going to come back, but you're going to come back with about a quarter of your health. So now he's going to quit out of this fight, and he's going to do the exact same synergy team, which in theory should have no difference in terms of its effect on the effects of the roster, right? It should be the same synergies no matter who you place and how. And so what he's going to do is going to go back to the same fight, and now he is going to change up his team. So you'll see he takes out everybody, starts from scratch. And the first person he put up last time was Heimdall. This time he's starting with the Thing. Then he's doing the champion, who he used 5th last time. So 5th, 4th is now 1st and 2nd. Then Angela, then Hela, and then the last chance, Heimdall. So normally you wouldn't think anything of this, right? It would be the exact same synergy teams with the exact same synergies. So I don't see what the whole point of this video is. But remember, the first time he put the synergy team together, the Thing went down to 1% health and then back up to 24% and then down to 0%. So he could last a long time. So if synergy order doesn't matter, then it should do the exact same thing. But unfortunately, watch what happens when the Thing gets hit. You will see some indestructibles happen just like with before, but notice when it comes to reviving his health down to 1%, which should happen right now, instead of going to 24%, he stays at 1% until he is eventually, where is it going to happen? There, knocked out. He lost that 24% health regeneration by misordering his synergy team and not starting with Heimdall at the very top. And this is something that some people understandably thought was like a one-time coincidence. And so you'll see in the comments below, Heimdall synergy is 2 indestructible and unstoppable. Champion synergy is 6 Indestructible Hella Angela Synergy has 20% chance to regen 20% health plus 20% chance for each champ dead on the team. 4 dead equals 100% chance for the last champ. The first fight, all synergies kicked in simultaneously, granting the Indestructible twice, the Unstoppable, and the 20% health gain. In the second fight, the Champion synergy kicked in first, followed by Heimdall's after the first Indestructible expired. Hella and Angela didn't trigger, but that could have been due to chance. So the second configuration should be better as it grants you 2 revives instead of 1. And then the first part, I added Heimdall first, and you can see his invulnerability pops at the same time as the Champion's. Second time, I added him last and the Champion first, and it pops up one after the other. So, obviously some people are going to be skeptical, and so this person titled, "This seems very anecdotal. Can you provide some more context, like how many times you've done this, and if it works the same every time?" Fair question. I just now did 10 trials with the first scenario, and 10 out of 10, the invulnerability overlapped. Switched to the second order a couple times, and it didn't overlap. So he's done this a number of times, a number of tests. It's not just been one time like in the video. And so, yeah, it's really interesting. Curious how this affects other synergies. And I'm curious about that, too, because I, quite frankly, as I said at the beginning of this video, have never heard of anything like this. So hats off to this summoner. And I want to make sure if I can go back to the beginning of this video and see who he is. If I can make it out, it's Cholobaggy, Cholobaggy is his in-game username. Either way, man, thank you so much for posting this. No matter what, it's a really great discussion, and it seems like there could be some truth to it versus how much he's tried this. And Heimdall is such an important synergy. It really saved me in the Captain Marvel Champion Clash this month with my Corvus when I applied that Heimdall synergy. So we know that it's a synergy that's a pro player synergy, helping you to save revives and even potions when you trigger that revive, that 20% health boost when you go down to 1% health. So my question to you is, have you tried this yourself? Do you think this works? What are your thoughts on this in general? Either way, what a great post to discuss, and what a great video to end my Monday night of posts talking about. So thanks again, sir, Mr. John Fawn, for posting this, and hopefully we'll get some great discussion as always in the chat. Thank you for watching and supporting my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel. I always say this, but I feel like I learned way more from you than you do from me, and this is just another case where I really appreciate the community and so many unique thoughts and ideas out there. Thanks again to Pep1000 and JD930 for bringing this to my attention as well.